What is good, my friends? Today we're going to talk about Posi and to kind of analyze to see if this is a project still worth buying. Now, I made a few videos on Posi when it first released a couple months ago, and I've been a holder inside this project for the last 7 months. And yes, the sell pressure right now has been absolutely crazy. So let's look at the charts. As you guys can see, we've got a daily chart real quick. Yeah, this project launched around end of July, early August. All-time high was actually close to $8, and right now it's sitting at $1, right? A huge psychological level. Now, if you guys have been holding since $7 all the way to $1, I wouldn't say that you had a 90% drop, since you did reap some of the rewards, and if you were compounding, you would have made some back. However, for all holders that bought around $8, $7, $6, there's no way in hell that you'd be up right now. Now, the reason why I think that this is a decent level to buy in is because most projects, okay, the deepest retracement level is 80 to 90% max. So if you're measuring from the top to the bottom right now, it did take an 80%, 87% dip. And right now it is at $1.10. So I would probably be buying into this project if you had some stable coins that you may be using for stable coin yield farming, and you wanted some better returns than 10% or 20% APR. I would actually, in my opinion, well, this ain't financial advice, but I've basically moved some of my assets from stablecoin yield farming and I'll put into Posi, because I just can't see this project dipping below $1 for too long. If it does, it'll be a flash thing. It will be like a flash crash, and then people will buy up the supply again. So I'm going to treat Posi right now in my portfolio as like stablecoin yield farming. All right. So what is this project all about anyways, for those that don't know? Now, this is a crucial time for Posi because they're actually releasing their decentralized exchange platform in the next couple of days. So it'll be done by the 31st of March and hopefully launched by the 1st of April. Hopefully it's not an April Fool's joke. Now, the reason why this is powerful is because there's a lot of trading platforms out there that require KYC, which limits the customer base. People from overseas, or there are certain countries that have certain restrictions when wanting to trade on a trading protocol, right? And so these guys, Position Exchange, are actually creating something where there's no KYC, and all the fees that are generated from the trading fees will be used to buy back their native token and burning it from existence. So over time, the circulating supply should actually decrease. And what should happen is that the price of Posi should go up. So, of course, depending on the trading volume and how popular they get, if they do actually achieve some of their targets of, billions of dollars in trading volume, then imagine how much the buyback and burn would actually contribute to price action. Now, over here, they do offer a few features like you can earn from the farms, the pools, and the vaults. So let's just walk through some of this real quick. Right, I have some vaults here. Bear in mind that these vaults are just not native to BUSD. So you're actually providing, or it's actually calculating the price of BUSD and Posi. Same thing as here as well. So don't just get tricked by this. Now they also have options for people to provide liquidity. All right. APRs are pretty decent. Now, this is a temporary boost, so this will go down, but 280% is pretty good in my opinion. And then, of course, Posi BNB. And then now they have other features as well, like the pools where you can single stake. The APR is only 62%. Or if you wanted, you could go into the NFT pool, which is where I was in for majority of the time, where you can cast an NFT, get a boost. And then of course the APR is right now 109%. Now this APR is reduced temporarily only because they made some changes with the contract. Don't worry, it's all safe. But they didn't refill the reward tank, and that's what they do weekly for the NFT pool. So yeah, this should be floating around 200% or so minimum. Now they also have these bonds, and it was a very clever way to receive large amounts of initial funding for the development of the project. These bonds act, if you guys know anything about bonds, it's usually fixed. So that they provide fixed APRs. But however, the money that's locked inside the bonds will be locked anywhere between 1.5 years to 2 years. Now, why am I sharing this right now? I think Posi is a great platform to just earn different ways. However, something that's really happened is over time, you understand that the problem with DeFi or most DeFi projects is most people come in for the rewards. So over time, when people are able to compound to a certain extent, they will start claiming their rewards. And that causes a lot of sell pressure. You guys would have seen Time Wonderland or the rebase tokens. Most of them fail because they offer such large APRs and people take the rewards and sell them. So right now, I want to show you guys a rough estimate on what I think or how much I think Posi is printing per day. And I'll give you guys some price predictions. All right, now this was one of my first successful DeFi projects, turning 10,000 to I believe like $60,000. I withdrew some, left some in, and so forth. However, I did leave a lot of money on the table just because I didn't take enough profits, and I just believe so much in the project. Now, right now, I just made these calculations based on the total value locked inside the protocol and how much it's earning per day. Now, all this is based on the price of Posi being $1, right? So there's going to be a discrepancy here. I might even change the discrepancy to about 10 to 20%. But right now with the current APRs, these are the daily amounts of rewards that are being minted every single day. So we have the farms, the BUSD farm, which is paired with Posi, of course. This is printing 154,000 in rewards. This should be lower, but like I said, there's a temporary boost. Then we go to the NFT pool, which is printing about 75,000. The bonds in total are printing 36,000 per day right now. And so every single day, guys, there's about 435,000 that's being minted every single day. And this will show you why some people are just selling this like crazy. Now, remember, this will become a deflationary token once they introduce buyback and burn. So looking at this right now, if we were just to kind of say it's printing, 390,000 per day, I think that it's quite silly to sell Posi at $1, just because they have a great team. And let's just talk about trading volume for a bit, because that's what I want to talk about. If you go to CoinMarketCap, okay, see for drip, right? It was a great idea, people compounded, but now the whales or the early users are just cashing out. Drip does have deflationary tokenomics, or a part of the ecosystem, but I do want to give you guys something real quick. If you go to exchanges, you can see that the top exchange right now is Binance, Coinbase, and a few over here. Posi does want to go into the top 10 eventually, but let's just say they went into the top 20. All right, let's give them 6 months. Let's give them a whole year to reach the top 20. Right now, okay, the top 20 is producing. Let's actually go into. There'll be a derivatives platform. The top 20 is BitMEX, and they produce $1.2 billion in volume. All right, and you can see the takers fees, makers fees. Now, I don't know how the things are going to work inside position exchange, but all I know is this, okay? If you have, let's say, $1.2 billion, that's a lot of money, right? It takes years to get up to this point, but I'm just thinking about how far a project can actually go. And let's say they have really competitive fees, and they eventually get to this stage, right, of trading volume. Now, like I said, this is a derivatives trading platform, so not all of this is going to be in. It takes a large customer base, so I wouldn't even put that number actually, but let's say they end up getting 100 million. Right, 100 million in trading fees, which is very normal. If they can, right, if they start doing 0.1%, right, they will accumulate $100,000 in trading volume every single day, and they can start setting this, like they can start buying back Posi and removing it. And over time, what's going to happen is the circulating supply is going to decrease. It will stop. You imagine this though, if you guys don't understand this. Right now, you guys are seeing a lot of people buying because I think that it's silly at $1. Right? Wow, the volume is actually pretty good. Damn, people are actually buying this. But imagine if there was a transaction of 100,000, and that the Posi isn't sitting on a customer's wallet or a user's wallet, but it's sent to a black hole address. And every day, right, it just, it's doing that. Now, I think that the price of Posi could reach up to all-time highs, but in order for us to go from $1.12 to $8, let's say that's a 7x, the market cap of the project will need to roughly 7x. So we will need to see Posi at 350 mil roughly, and that's okay. I feel like that's very achievable. Now, a strategy that some of you guys can consider is the first one, like I mentioned, just converting some stable coins. Do some research, of course, and see if you understand the project. I just personally believe it's not going to go to 50 cents or under that. Like, so I'm willing to put my stable coins into use, and instead of making 20% APR, you can come in here and earn, 100% APR, which is 10 times the amount of a lot of stablecoin yield farms. That's one thing you can consider. The second thing you can consider is essentially dollar cost averaging this, of course, and waiting for their bonds fall. So you can buy Posi for cheap right now, and in the next couple of days, I think that there will be a significant pump because their main feature is coming out. So if you, let's say you invested $100, I'm almost certain that this will increase by 20 to 30% on the day that it launches. So it'll go from $1.10 to $1.30 or $1.40. So I am actually using a bit of my capital as well to just go in for a short-term play. Just buying some now, right, at $1.12, waiting for the feature to come out in the next couple of days. And if it reaches about $1.50, I'm actually going to take out some of that initial liquidity, just as a short-term flip. Okay, that's what I'm bullish on. So more so of the fundamental aspect of it releasing something new on their platform. And something else you can do as well is actually wait for their bonds to come out, or to for them to release the feature where people can trade bonds for Posi. So over here, right, guys, these are fixed APRs here. All right, these are fixed APRs. So imagine going to a project and earning 1% per day forever. I mean, like, or for the 2 years, right? Which seems like forever. That's pretty good in my opinion. So what I'm doing is I'm just purchasing a lot of Posi right now. I'm leaving inside the NFT pool. And once this is released for people to exchange, I'm actually going to go out there and buy a Posi bond 002. Just understand that the price of Posi then could be $4 or $5, and I will be earning 1% of that new amount. So I'm just taking this moment right now as a chance for me to accumulate some more position exchange tokens, as I think it's quite undervalued to be at $1. I think a fair price for this would be around $5 or $6, and depending on how successful their trading platform is, hopefully you can reach $10 or $20 in the future. But guys, that's really it from what I wanted to share today. Hopefully this is just a quick update video on position exchange, and of course a new feature coming out in 2 to 3 days. Let's pray that position exchange has a good pump so we can see some quick profits as well. But yeah, guys, happy investing and best of luck to you.